Hello viewers, welcome to this introductory video on the upcoming NPTEL video course on mathematical portfolio theory. So let me just begin with a brief motivation about why this course is being run. So as we are moving into a more services based economy where the financial markets are going to emerge in a big way, we will need more and more individuals who are able to contribute to this industry. Now, in particular, there has been a great demand and boom in case of mutual funds, and mutual funds are a typical example of portfolios. And the boom in the mutual fund industry has resulted in the demand for a large number of skilled individuals who can manage those mutual funds. So, this means that we need people who can actually optimize and design portfolios that are performing well. So, this course is essentially aimed at students who are interested in a mathematical flavor, but who intend to go and work in the finance industry, particularly in case of asset management as well as risk management. So, I will just briefly go over the overall structure of the course. So, in order to give the basic background that is required for the various diverse topics that will be covered in the course, we first start off with talking about the basics of probability theory, just dwelling upon the topics that will be utilized in the subsequent discussion. Then we talk about the basics of financial markets, so that people get an idea about the structure of financial markets, the structure of different kinds of assets, and we will look at some well established asset pricing model used to predict the movement of different assets. And we will essentially look at two classes of asset, one which is risk free, namely bonds. So, as typical example of bonds in case of our domestic market are going to be fixed deposit, and the second category are the risky assets, the most common example of which is the stock. And then we will start off with the classical modern portfolio theory due to Markowitz, and how Markowitz theory, which involves looking at not only the returns, but also factoring in the risk that is associated with returns. So, that means that we need to account for the fact that higher the return of a particular portfolio, the higher is likely to be the risk associated with it. And then we will look at a more generalized and elaborate extension of the Markowitz mean variance theory onto what is known as the non-mean variance theory. And under this structure, we will talk about the economic concept of utility theory, and this will be followed by a discussion on optimal portfolio and consumption, where we will look at approaches to determining what is going to be an optimal portfolio strategy, both in discrete and in continuous time, and the respective approaches that will be used are dynamic programming and the Hamilton-Jacobi-Bellman equation. Now, up to this point, we will essentially mostly be focused on looking at the optimization of portfolio comprising mainly of risky assets such as stocks, and to some limited extent we will include the risk free assets. And so, in order to incorporate the great amount of importance that is being increasingly attached to interest rate instruments such as bonds, we will talk about what is known as the bond portfolio optimization. We will talk about the fact that bonds can also have risk associated with them and will require active management. And then we will talk about risk management that is associated with the bond. So, once we have set up the structure for both the portfolios of risky assets as well as bonds, we need to talk about what we are going to do about the risk management, because portfolios need to be continuously and actively managed by taking into account the risks that are associated with the changing market condition. And in particular, we will look at two important measures of risk, namely value at risk and the conditional value at risk. And finally, we will talk about some applications in the context of mean variance and non-mean variance framework as well as risk management. So, this course aims to give a very broad perspective and as well as some in-depth analysis of the various facets that are associated with the portfolio theory, and will include some of the state of the art techniques that are applicable from the industry point of view. So, I hope that a lot of you will participate in this course, and you will join us in this journey of collective learning. So, I invite you again to be a part of this collective learning exercise as a part of this NPTEL initiative.